Hi, Ian.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. Thanks for being with us today. I really appreciate your time. Uh, we have just a few minutes, so I really I just want to ask you really one complicated question. Ian, when I first met Ian, when I first met Bob in season one, when you first meet him, you think, oh, this guy's going to be a problem for Sam. Her mom's got a boyfriend. And I think it was around the $100 bill was when I started to say, oh, there's more going on here with Bob. Bob's he's a good guy, and I've watched the whole second season. I think Bob has really become a part of the family of this this dysfunctional threesome living together. And I was wondering if you could tell our viewers a little bit about what they can expect to see with Bob and the girls this season.
Yeah, Bob has moved in to the house with Carol, but not really actually moved in. Carol's very particular, and so basically he's living in the garage. He sleeps in the house, but all of his stuff is in the garage, and he's starting his business again of being a personal trainer, and that's taking place in the garage as well. Um, and so he's kind of moved in. He's wants to relax. He's playing his guitar, and Carol's not really having it that much. There's a lot going on with Carol. She's still not come face to face with the death of her husband, also with her drinking, and the fact with her relationship with her daughter, and there's like a bunch of stuff going on, and it comes to a head. Um, and I don't want to give too much away, but there's the Carol and Sam. Uh, there's a breach, and they really go at it, and Bob tries to be a mediator, and that doesn't really work out that well. And what happens is that sometimes the best way to help somebody is to like let them do it themselves. You can't really help anybody who doesn't want to be helped. So Bob realizes that he needs to just let Carol do this on her own. So he's not going to be like hanging around, rubbing her feet, and making her martinis. He doesn't want to enable her. He wants her to kind of face this on and get better. So that's he kind of grows. You have to see a little different side of Bob that way, and also through that he becomes closer with Sam because they have a mutual respect. He respects the fact that she's been strong enough to kind of go through this. He understands her mother. She understands that his heart is genuine, and that he's coming from a good place, and that he's not any sort of threat, and that he loves her mother and wants her to be better, and is also just like a great guy. So their relationship becomes a little stronger, and it does leave some things by what's going to happen in season three, because some things don't always get resolved.
I think we see. I've one more question. I think we see in this season. We don't see Carol and Sam deal with the death of Sam's father, but we see a little bit about how that is uh, that's a driver of what's going on between them and their feelings. And I wonder if you like, where do you see Bob fitting in? I mean, I don't see him as a father figure for Sam, but where do you see him fitting in in his relationship with these two women?
Right. So he's not taking the place of the father or the husband. He's something completely different. He's a companion. He's a person of support. Bob's a happy person. He chooses to be happy. He chooses to be positive, and he wants that for these two people that he cares a great deal about. He loves Carol, and he has a lot of respect for Sam, and he wants to be a part of their lives. So it's not stepfathery really. I mean, there is a bit of a stepfather thing, but we're all adults, so it's not like she's a little kid. So it's a different relationship. It's a different stepfather kind of thing. he's not parenting. He's supporting. So he's supporting both of these people, and he wants the same.
Yeah, I think it's a really great dynamic, and he becomes, really such, as you said, a great support for them. I think we're out of time. Thank you so much for being with us today. I really,
very much.
I'm new to this show, and I've watched the whole 2 seasons now in 2 days, and it's great. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Have a good night.